Last time on Project Prometheus, we built the unsinkable class heavy cruiser and simultaneously discovered that it is indeed very sinkable. In today's episode of Project Prometheus, since we have almost a completed fleet, we are going to be taking our Wavebreaker class dreadnought ship and a list of some of ChatGPT's fleet locations, and we are going to do what the Wavebreaker was meant to do. Essentially a wave defense, where the Wavebreaker is going to break through successive, harder waves of ChatGPT ships until it is either crippled or can no longer fight. Hello everyone, my name is Nick and welcome back to Project Prometheus within From the Depths. Today we're doing something a little different than what we usually do, and we are going to focus on combat. Now this ship in front of you is the Wavebreaker. It is the largest ship the human fleet has ever built. It is terrifyingly powerful and it is absolutely massive. For scale comparison, I will spawn next to it our next largest ship, the Jebediah, which is about to be retired, but still, good proof of concept. You can see the difference. The Jebediah is a battleship. The Wavebreaker is what we're calling, for the sake of this project, a dreadnought. Even though historically it's not really accurate, that's just what we're calling it. So I'll delete the Jebediah here. We have a list of different locations where we know ChatGPT battle groups to be. This list happens to be ordered conveniently in order from easiest to hardest to take down. So today what we're going to be doing is sending the Wavebreaker into battle against those fleets and seeing how many can it defeat before it can no longer fight. So without further ado, let's begin with number 1. Okay, the first battle group of the day. 3 measly hurricanes out on patrol. 1 Wavebreaker super dreadnought. I don't think I need to say anything else. Let's watch these first volleys come in. The first one is always super inaccurate. The amount of shells that come off of this ship is stunning. It appears to have targeted, oh boy, all of these different ships and is absolutely shredding them. Now, one thing about the Wavebreaker, one notable flaw, it does not have any kind of torpedo defense, at least not yet. We are planning on adding torpedo interceptors to it, but they have not been equipped for this video. You can see it is absolutely... There goes 1 Hurricane's ammo magazine. There goes another Hurricane. This ship is capable of putting down so much firepower that it can actually stop other ships from approaching it in their tracks. Okay, jeez. And this one's been blown up. And this guy's okay for now, but that probably won't last. This Hurricane is getting up close and personal, but it's going to cost him. Ironically enough, the Wavebreaker often ends up damaging itself long before it takes damage from other ships. And that Hurricane has now also been blown to smithereens. And there goes the ammo cache on that one. So, in just under a minute, we've made short work of that destroyer patrol. Wave 1, broken. On to the next. So let's be honest, who expected 3 destroyers to really even put a dent in the Wavebreaker anyway? The only thing they really had was their torpedoes. So now we're stepping it up a little bit, and as you can see, the Wavebreaker's actually jumped the gun on this one. But we have 2 Thunderclap class light cruisers. These are fairly capable ships built by the AI, but they are very vulnerable and they are not heavily armored. Now, this also is 1 Hurricane. So we have 1 destroyer and 2 light cruisers. Let's see what happens. What are you shooting at? That is a lot of shells. Watch as this Thunderclap becomes Thunder Swiss cheese. Assuming we can accurately shoot at this ship. Oh, we've switched targets. There goes the rear battery. Won't be long before the front's gone, too. Let's zoom in over here. It switched targets again. Okay. Back to this guy. Now, again, the sheer volume of shells that the Wavebreaker can output, there goes the front battery, it literally stops these ships from advancing at times. And there goes the rear battery. The Hurricane is making a valiant charge in the face of overwhelming opposition. Oh, it's trying its best, but it's getting destroyed. And there goes the ammo cache. The Hurricane is now useless. Okay, actually it's not useless. It could still be a battering ram. Oh, and there goes the smokestack. And there goes the bridge. Oh, the Wavebreaker just lost one of its turrets, but I'm willing to bet it shot itself. Oh, and it's 2 main batteries. Huh. Again, looks like it shot itself, but regardless, not good. This thunderclap has been fully destroyed, it appears. And the other one over there is completely disabled, so... I just love watching the rain of shells come over and just destroy these ships. We're actually at 92%. Also, I want to give a shout out to one of our community members. Someone in our Discord actually made a version of the Wavebreaker that is less laggy. So if you're one of the people that tried to use the Wavebreaker and your computer couldn't handle it, try this version instead. It's much more usable. This thunderclap is getting destroyed. This Hurricane... Wait, is that a Hurricane? It was a Hurricane. And this thunderclap is also Swiss cheesed. Oh, it has 1 AA gun still operable. Oh, make that 2. The fight's surely not over yet. So it's time for round 3. Now the AI has stepped up their game a little bit. This patrol, also we've engaged them very close, but it's fine, it's fine. This patrol consists of 2 vanguards and 2 thunderclaps, so basically a capable group of surface combatants. The Wavebreaker has once again jumped the gun, but let's go for it anyway. So you can see the Wavebreaker is going to be taking a lot more fire than it's used to at this point. I'm actually going to tell it to attack this ship.
Engaging now.
It might get rammed. That thunderclap back there is getting annihilated. Oh, we have lost a main battery, though, if not 2. Something just blew up. It was the thunderclap. Why don't you target this vanguard? Man, that's interesting. It prefers to target the thunderclaps. Oh, and somebody is about to get clocked. Here we go. Okay, the vanguard is going for the ram. However, the front of the Wavebreaker happens to be entirely heavy armor behind that first alloy layer. The Vanguard is destroying itself for reasons unknown to us. There goes another explosion on the distant thunderclap, and this Vanguard is getting pummeled. Actually, that was the ammo reserves for this guy, I think. Yep. And there goes even more gunfire. Let's check in on the other Vanguard. Oh, the game has just completely slowed down on me here. You guys can probably hear my turbojet computer. Look at that. A small chunk out of the Wavebreaker's bow in exchange for half of a Vanguard. Oh my god, this thing is a monster. It's just destroying this poor ship. And that thunderclap is dead in the water. The other one is completely destroyed. It's actually not even on the map anymore. However, once again, we did lose our main batteries, either to friendly fire or otherwise, but this guy is just getting point blanked here. What are we shooting at? Oh, I guess the rear battery. Let's just watch it unfold. Oh, there it goes. Okay, it's despawning. I think. Or maybe it's just taking so much damage the game can barely keep up. Look at that, it just ripped a hole clean through the middle. Oh, I love it. The Wavebreaker is everything that I love about, or represents my design philosophy pretty well, I'll say. Big guns, big armor, more biggerer. And not necessarily good either. This ship does have its flaws, including the fact that the main batteries blow up all the time, and it's not actually as heavily armored as it should be. But nonetheless, look at this Vanguard. It's literally been blown in half. That one is still floating, but I suspect if we check in on it, it's not going to look good. Jeez. Yeah, so you can see holes torn towards all the important systems. The bridge has been just hit very badly. Yep, there we go. Nice and destroyed. Oh, man. Game can't even keep up with all the shells. Continues just getting punished over here. Well, I'm going to call that yet another win for the Wavebreaker. So on to round 4. Having broken waves 1 through 3, it is now time for wave 4, the 4th ChatGPT battle group that we're going to be attacking today. And if you look straight ahead of us here, this one shouldn't be too hard, but the Wavebreaker is primarily engineered to be a surface combatant, and it does not have very good AA capabilities. So what we have here are 4 Catalinas and 4 Corsairs, so that's 4 bombers and 4 interceptors, and their corresponding carrier, the Archon. I think the Wavebreaker is going to win this pretty handily, but the agile planes and the torpedoes they have may present a problem for it. So without further ado, let's begin. Also, this carrier is going to get absolutely leveled if previous experience is anything to go by. Already 1 main battery down. There's the second. Oh, and the planes are coming in for their first hits. It looks like the Wavebreaker did shoot itself. Okay, we've got kamikazes here. Both of which have blown up. Rockets into the bridge. Okay, actually... Okay, wait a minute. Oh, and there goes a Catalina, and another one is hit. Okay, never mind. The Wavebreaker does have AA capabilities. So after just the first bombing run, all 4 Corsairs are destroyed. There goes a Catalina in the air. This one has been crippled. Let's watch these two. I bet you that one's going to get hit. Oh, here come the torpedoes, though. Right on target. There's a hit. Oh, torpedoes actually onto the deck. Meanwhile, the carrier is just getting destroyed over there. Look at all the fire. So, oh, and this Catalina's not going to last long. Is it already destroyed? No, just falling. It's actually not being targeted at all by the Wavebreaker. Oh, okay, it's fell apart. So not even... Wow, I'm actually really impressed. Not a single meaningful hit from any of the airplanes, and the carrier. Granted, this carrier, because of the cost limit, is far more just materials than anything else, but still, this is not good. The Wavebreaker is just broadsiding it. Holy cow. Oh, God. And so, I mean... Granted, it is a problem with the Corsair's AI, but all 4 Corsairs were either they smashed into the Wavebreaker or they were literally destroyed by the Wavebreaker on their first bombing run. And out of the 3 Catalinas that escaped, they only lasted another 30 seconds. And this thing is getting eaten alive. So I'm going to say that is a resounding win for the Wavebreaker. Let's take a little stock here. I'm curious about how much damage the torpedoes did, if any. So both motors are still operating. Looks like we have a minor hole in the hull there. Oh, we're still getting torpedoed by the 1 Catalina. No hull breaches along here, it looks like. And I'm not seeing any hull breaches here either. Again, granted, my character is on board the ship, so we are getting slowly repaired. But this ship is so massive, it doesn't even really matter. We did have a torpedo hit the deck here. It looks like it punctured. But there's nothing important here. Holy, since when is all that there? I did not know that existed. Okay, well, so wave 4, another win for the Wavebreaker. It's time to move on to the ultimate, the hardest wave of all, and the biggest ChatGPT battle group, wave number 5. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the 5th wave. Things are about to get absolutely insane. This is the biggest ChatGPT force that we have ever engaged, and it promises to be the most capable. The only ChatGPT craft that's not present here is the Leviathan-class submarine. We have 3 Hurricanes in the front, acting as a screen force, followed by 3 Vanguard battleships. And behind that are 2 Thunderclap light cruisers, and behind that is an Archon-class carrier. In addition to that, we have an air wing of 4 Corsairs and 4 Catalinas for a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ships and 8 planes, all against our one Wavebreaker. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know if this is going to be a case of the many defeat the few, or of one big ship kill all small ship, or if it's going to be like swarm dynamics where a swarm just absolutely annihilates something like this. But we're going to find out. So let's get this thing started. This will be the final wave, and if my computer survives it, I will be genuinely impressed. The Wavebreaker has just shot itself. Great job, Wavebreaker. Major lag off the bat, but that is what we expected. We're going to be taking a lot more fire than we're used to in this video. What are you doing? I'm actually going to manually order it to attack this. There we go. Okay, so we're taking fire, but we're dishing it out just as well. I mean, this is a huge force here. I think the cumulative value of this force is pretty close to what the Wavebreaker is worth. So, who knows what's going to happen. Okay, we got our first bombing run coming in here. All 3 Corsairs. Let's see, or all 4. Let's see how many survive. I'm going to bet on 0. There goes 1. There goes the second one. They are not pulling up early enough. And the 3rd and 4th have also been destroyed. Not because of incompetence, but rather because of AI problems. Now here come the Catalinas. It does not appear as though the Wavebreaker is targeting them yet. It is actually, it's shooting at that Thunderclap all the way back there. For some reason. Honestly, I can't even tell what is going on right now. Yeah, for some reason it really likes that Thunderclap. Okay, but these Hurricanes, it appears now it is shooting at the Vanguard. It is taking a lot of torpedo hits. But it's also, it lost some of its detection systems, which could be very bad. The quicker that it destroys these combatants, the better its chances will be. Oh man, the Hurricanes look like they're going for the ram strategy here. And the torpedoes, man, this thing is just taking hits like crazy. This Hurricane is getting sandwiched here. Yeah, he's not going to last long. The Vanguard's coming around the bow. Another Hurricane going in for the ram. Typically, these kind of ships try to keep their distance, but I guess that's not how ChatGPT rolls. The Vanguard here is taking direct and heavy hits from the main battery. Jeez. Meanwhile, that is one Hurricane probably disabled. Oh, something big just blew up. Oh, no way. Did this Vanguard's ammo get destroyed? No, not yet. One of its turrets did. Okay. Let's continue with an aerial view here. So it looks like all 3 Hurricanes are either close to disabled or completely disabled. Yeah, that one is just destroyed. Let's see. Out of the 3 Vanguards, this one has taken the biggest beating, but it's still functional. This one appears largely unharmed, at least for now. Holy cow. Look at that. The Wavebreaker has taken superficial damage, but nothing that can prevent it from moving yet. Especially because most of that damage appears to be concentrated in the bow area here. Man, that heavy armor just really, really holds up well. Still got 4 Catalinas in the air, though. Is that thunderclap destroyed? No way it got sniped from all the way out here. I don't want to go that far away from the action, but... okay, things are starting to get better. The lag is decreasing slightly. Hopefully... Looks like they're just duking it out at this point. The Wavebreaker does not... Oh, that's going to be bad. Direct torpedo hits from the Catalinas. That's the cool thing about the Catalina bomber, is it is essentially a normal bomber, but the bombs can double as torpedoes if they're not deployed on target. Okay, looks like that Vanguard has stopped moving mostly. This one, by some miracle, this one is still, like, kicking.
Engaging now.
Why don't we see if we can't stop that? Are we good on detection? Oh, no. See, that's the problem. We've lost our detection systems. So we're basically going to be shooting like a shotgun up until... or from now on. Although it looks like the Vanguard has lost its detection as well. Something big just blew up. Is it the ammo? It was. Ugh. So this Vanguard is now also out of the fight. Let's check on its sister ship over here. That one Hurricane is still giving chase. That's very impressive. In fact, let's change that.
Engaging now.
Kill the little Hurricane. This guy, I think, has lost propulsion but has not lost ammo. Oh, I am wrong. It has lost ammo and propulsion. And it actually is really beat up. That, let's see. The Archon looks fine for now. Although something is targeting it. This Thunderclap, totally untouched. That one looks like it's been hit, but maybe still operational. And let's check on our Vanguards here. Wavebreaker's still moving just fine. Looks like it is taking hits, but nothing functional yet. We've lost a couple turrets. And the heavy armor belt line is starting to be exposed. Yeah, the detection, sorry, is proving to be a big problem. I'm going to have to remember that when we do any improvements to it. It's having a tough time hitting even this Hurricane because it's such a small ship. And all 4 Catalinas are still functional. This could be bad. This thing is taking a serious beating from its competitors here. Is this Vanguard still working? Yeah, destroy that. So let's get a close-up look here at the Wavebreaker. An absolutely ruthless ship. I mean, this thing is insane, and it definitely is not the most efficient. It's not going to win any awards or anything, but it's still a marvel to watch it work. Here come the Catalinas on another bombing run. Got to stagger those torpedoes so that they don't hit and bounce each other off. Actually looks like they're presenting a pretty big problem for the Wavebreaker here. And then let's see what we got out here. This Vanguard has... oh, this one has its main battery, even though it only has 1 barrel. And its rear battery as well. Oh, that's a Catalina hit. Maybe destroyed? Maybe? Yeah, it looks like it. Starting to sink a little in the front, but still no... well, there goes another gun, but still no huge damage to the hull. Again, this heavy armor just really, like, holds up against anything. And the thing about the Wavebreaker is that it is naturally buoyant, even though it is ridiculously heavy. Come on, hit it. Something just got hit. Don't know what it was. This plane... Oh, it's standing still. This thing's gonna get shredded. No, poor Catalina, run! Or maybe it's just gonna fall. Yeah, the turrets actually seem too confused. So we've actually sailed like clean through the battle group. This is just gonna land on the ship. You're gonna get shot, buddy. Get out of the way. Oh, it still launched its last torpedoes. Ooh. Direct hit from the main battery. That'll end your day real fast. Looks like I'm gonna actually tell this guy to move. I don't know if he can. Does your propulsion still function? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, maybe not. No, actually, propulsion is out too. Ooh. This might be the most damage a Wavebreaker has ever taken in combat. I'm still confident it'll pull it out though. I don't think it's not taking a ton of damage. I'm seeing at least one thunderclap. That Vanguard and the Archon are still fighting, as well as one lone Catalina. Oh, it looks like two thunderclaps actually. Yeah, but overall, it seems like so far we're doing well. I'm seeing a lot of dead enemy ships. A lot of these are disabled but not off the map yet, so we'll make short work of them shortly. So following along this Catalina here, it's not looking good. The shots are coming in, the tail's been hit, and the wing. Come on, where's the finisher? Come on, Wavebreaker. Oh, it's not even going to go for it. It's just going to let it fall out of the sky. Oh, and now the Archon is being targeted. Let's see what we got here. The Archon takes, is not very good at taking damage, not at all. Oh, and just like that, the 4 main battery turrets are almost completely destroyed already. And here comes the hail of bullets from the Wavebreaker. Before we know it, the propulsion will be out. Oh, yeah. The view from inside, as pieces of the ship are just torn off. Oh, jeez. And there goes the final main battery turret, making the Archon effectively useless in combat. The Wavebreaker is just sitting there. It doesn't even need to be agile. It can just sit there and destroy. It's trying to follow its movement orders. It's not doing a very good job.
Engaging now.
But it's doing its best. It's not very good at turning. It's not really what it was made for. Looks like this thunderclap is also getting at least shot at. It doesn't look like we're getting many hits. Oh, there they are. Let's get a nice close-up here. So, oh yeah. Okay, well, it does still have 1 main battery, but that doesn't look much like a boat to me. At least not like a whole boat. More shots coming in. We can get a view from here. On the deck of one of the thunderclaps, there's the Wavebreaker in the distance. Watch as all the shells come in. The good thing for this poor thunderclap is that at this distance, the Wavebreaker is not very accurate. Oh, something just happened. Oh, the AA gun. Jeez. So here is the bulk of the ChatGPT fleet. Most of these ships are disabled. There's a Catalina in the water there. Looks like that thunderclap is still fighting just fine. This Archon, in deciding to charge, has destroyed itself. Let's get another look here. Ah, yes. The good old used to be an aircraft carrier. Still has its detection systems. From the deck of the carrier. Jeez. Oh, this would be a fearsome sight for the crew of this ship. And you can see how it's actually being pushed backward by how many shells it's being hit by. Are you ever gonna turn? This thing is literally incapable of turning.
Moving now. Moving now.
Hurricane, thunderclap, let's see. These Vanguards have high health. In fact, this one looks like it's intact.
Engaging now.
Yeah. They might have high health, but they're all disabled in some way, either their ammunition or their propulsion systems. None of the ships are giving chase, although some are still firing. Interestingly, we didn't have a lot of like full destroyed ships, mostly just disabled. In fact, let's get a look here. do a little inventory. So this hurricane, ammo destroyed, which makes it effectively useless. This Catalina is actually still fighting. It just launched a fresh barrage of torpedoes, but is incapable of flight. Looks like maybe it lost its engines. Yeah, it lost both engines. Now, that is a thunderclap out there. We've seen that one. It's completely destroyed. And then we have the three... Oh, boy. It's coming for the next ship. Yep, there go the Catalina's torpedoes. Check in on this Vanguard. Looks like it's still functioning. No propulsion. What is the problem with that? I don't see any problem with this, actually. Everything looks fine. Yeah, not sure why that's not working, actually. Has the shaft been destroyed? Oh, well, now it's being targeted. Now it's... Yeah, okay, well... Scratch everything I just said. This ship is getting destroyed. Well, you can watch as it just helplessly gets shredded by the Wavebreaker. And then for the other two Vanguards, both of them we already know. That one is in the roughest shape. But this one has also lost its ammunition reserves. Yeah, so this is the one that rammed us in the beginning of the battle. And if we look underneath, this is the biggest flaw with the Vanguard, and it's completely my fault. The bottom of this is lightweight alloy. So if a shell happens to hit right at this vertices here between the heavy armor and the alloy, it punctures, causes the ammunition to blow up, and just destroys the entire ship. So let's look on the map here. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 units still remaining. In this combat, the ChatGPT started with 9 ships and 8 planes, which is a total of 17 combatants. Which means that the AI lost a total loss of 10 combatants, and has suffered, I mean, this one is about to be a total loss as well, but has suffered a myriad of other losses in the process. So I would say this has proven to us the point that we always knew to be true, because, you know, we're the human team and we're the best. Who's still returning fire? I guess this one thunderclap? Maybe? Oh yeah. Huh. Brave. The Wavebreaker is the pinnacle of the human fleet's achievement. Let's get a good look at it here. However, we have to remember that at some point in the future, ChatGPT will get its own dreadnought. And the potential for that dreadnought to be a game changer is very high. So you can actually see most of the damage has been repaired. Again, because my player is on the ship, but we're still missing some turrets. I should set up azimuth constraints, really, to get that working, but... Anyway, the fearsome Wavebreaker. Today we literally used it to break through waves of ChatGPT forces, and it defeated them all. It is clear that this ship is completely peerless. However, I must say in that last one I was getting a little concerned about its well-being. And I think this proves to us that despite the fact that ChatGPT has an armada, we have a dreadnought. So as long as ChatGPT doesn't, we have a leg up. However, I have a feeling that that's going to change very soon. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Project Prometheus. We will be having more of these in the coming weeks. However, we may be alternating them with other videos. If you don't know, Project Prometheus is intended to be a viewer participant series. So what that means is, if you join our Discord, you can follow along with the specifications for all these different ships and submit your own ships to the Project Prometheus fleet. If you go back a couple episodes, you'll see that we actually do use viewer ships in the series. So if you're interested, join the Discord, check it out. Some of our community members will gladly help explain it to you. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.